Warning, this game is rated M for mature. There are sensitive topics, both of a sexual and violent nature, so viewer discretion is advised. Today is the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school. You need to investigate the town, so you wonder if you'll be able to gather any information you need to catch the killer. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm mildly distracted with some stuff that's going on, mostly because I'm trying to get some stuff set up, since I'm currently on my work schedule now, since last we talked. It means that I kind of have to record a lot in a short amount of time and make sure that it's all edited properly before, like, right after I record it. So yeah, so first things first, we need to go to the shopping district. We need to talk to everyone in the north, the south, and Junes. Basically every NPC. Can I help you? The incident last spring? I still wonder what happened. It's a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about it. Wow, I must be getting old, huh? What is it? You talking about those murders? You explained the incident involving Saki and Yamano, the female announcer. Did all that happen last spring? Wow, it feels so long ago. I was gonna remember something from that far back anyway. Man, this fog still makes me feel like we're inside the TV. I wonder if we can actually find any new clues about the killer. No use whining about it now. Let's step up the search and get that info. If this fog's gonna be some kind of biological weapon, it's a conspiracy. You know who I heard it was? Junes. That's right, Junes. The country of Junes is staging an all-out attack on Inaba. Sure, dude. Information about what happened before we entered the TV world. You know, about that first murder, I wonder why it happened. Let's go ask around and gather as much information as we can. I'll see you later. I tried talking to this old guy earlier, but he didn't even see me. What's with the fog and all? The guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but it kinda hurt. Dang it, fog, hurry up and just go away. Can I actually grab soda? Yes, but I'll probably do that later. Kinda have to be really fast with the recording here. Hey, listen to this. Rosette came up and spoke to me. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I asked her for her autograph. What type of guy she's into. Anyway, what do you want? I'm sure you can see how busy I am. Oh, the murders? They didn't capture the suspect and put a letter... Oh, didn't they capture the suspect? Are you done asking questions? Good, no, go away. I'm busy talking to Rosette right now. Hey, Rosette, what's up? I've been asking around about Teddy too, but I'm surprised how many people actually remember him. They're all like, oh yeah, that guy in the bear suit from Junes. But no one's seen him yesterday or today. He's loved by so many different people. Where the heck could he have gone? Even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily. But rumors, they hear from friends and TV get remembered from a long time ago. Why is that? It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll find anyone who still remembers them? This fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? I have questions for me? Oh, a while ago they said that a suspect had been caught and was in the newspaper. It was Namatame's son, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. How horrible. It really just frightened me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there's really no other suspicious individuals? Well, perhaps you should ask someone else about this. Fog isn't clearing even though the year's almost over. It's deplorable. Deplorable. It'd be so cold on New Year's. I'll never be happy. What do you want? Recall anyone suspicious? Well, there isn't anyone like that in this town. I even know you. You're the kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. Have I seen any other weird people besides Namatame? No, I don't think so. Since all I hear from everyone is poison, I've gotten kind of freaked out. Where do I even buy a gas mask? I don't know, you could probably ask this guy. It's me. Do you recognize me? I'm outside? Well, when I'm at home, all I just see is news about the murders. Thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset. Of course, I'm gonna go watch TV when I'm home anyway. Even then, I can't see the sunset because of all this fog. I hate it. It's so depressing. Anyone suspicious? It's a small town. If there's anyone suspicious, there'd be rumors going around all over. But at least I haven't heard any news or rumors like that, so I'd say there's no such person. Gotta be careful when taking your motorcycle on a foggy day. Wish whoever honked at me when I slowed down more than usual understood that. Yelled at me for going too slow. What's wrong with following the speed limit? Wait, was I at fault there? I guess, he's not one for talking. I'll just quickly check the shrine to see if anyone's here. Oh, he's only cared about bugs. Okay, guess not. Yeah, I'm still, being mildly distracted by, my Discord. Because, CB, he's been on a few videos of mine. His birthday's coming up soon, so we're like gonna do stuff with him, maybe? I don't know. Oh yeah. No, I don't think I've seen any suspicious people, except for you, who's interrupting my conversation with Zet. Okay. I gotta make sure that all of these people have had all of the questions asked of them, just in case. Strange person. I don't think I've seen any. I mean, there's this pretty small town, you'd say. I'm pretty sure I remember. Suspicious person? No, I can't think of anyone. Not from this town, anyway. Okay, let's leave the shopping district. School's closed. Let's go to Jeunesse to ask the people in the lobby. Can I help you? Suspicious person? Now that you mention it, my friend was saying that she saw someone. I don't think she was wandering around the shopping district, so... Oh, she's just wandering around. Oh. I hate how it's foggy every day now. This is the season for winter vegetables, so... What will I do if the fog really is poison? The sog. All my vegetables will go rotten. It's all because not enough people eat their veggies. Only my son would clean his plate. First, we've got to retrace our steps. That'd be the simplest way. Sakiko Nishi, Mayumi Yamano. There should be a commonality between the two. Surely there'd be some witnesses, any scrap of data that could be useful no matter how small. The incident last spring? I don't remember anything from that long ago. I'm going to be studying for college entrance exams next year, so I got no room for useless information. I guess so. Okay, floodplain. Yeah, he's a quest giver, so probably not. My daughter was in an accident. On top of that, it was a hit and run. Nobody could tell what kind of car it was because of all the fog. Oh, this is horrible. Thankfully, she wasn't too badly hurt. But she was right, wasn't she? That fog is dangerous. I need to start letting everyone know. Well, poor visibility is different than poisonous fog, you know? How about you? Do you need anything? We've had a lot of people come to our store, but I can't say anyone was particularly suspicious. Are these yours? Ma'am, are these yours? You need something? Have I seen anyone strange? I don't know. Out in the country, if there was anyone strange walking around, everyone would know about it right quick. Did I ask everyone both questions? I asked the girl here. Going to make sure that I asked the people on the north side both questions. I did to you. I did to the girl. I don't think I did to the old man. I can't remember something from that long ago. Yeah, sure, whatever. Come on, don't make me even more depressed. They said on the news that the suspect has been caught. So that whole thing is over now, right? Okay, back to the floodplain. Let's ask the first question to the one guy they can ask questions to. I'm sorry, all I can remember is that something happened. All I know is pretty shocking, but what I can say is a lot of time passed. You mentioned it. The town was a buzz all last spring. You remember that, don't you? I mean, it doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the incidents last spring. A strange person? Nope. Okay, so there might have been someone that I did not ask the second question of. Wait, what did you say? Ah, it's you. Fog's pretty thick today. I go out on walks, but I can hardly recognize my surroundings. Pretty sad, isn't it? Hey, stop. Thanks for stopping to talk to me. Oh, that lamp you asked about? Are you still looking for it? Oh, yeah. I thought the pink text was because he had something important to say. Oh, that. You remember Saki Konishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a while ago. She told me that Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. Wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki? I don't know what you're implying, but you've got it all wrong. Saki was a good girl, it's just that people misunderstood her. She must be referring to the time when Namatame tried to warn Saki. But it seems something about Namatame making advances on Saki was a misunderstanding. Doesn't look like you'll find any more information about the suspicious person, though. So you've gathered up as much information as possible, so you should report back to the group. There's a chance that I will not edit, any of that out for time. You met up with your friends after finishing gathering information.
I'm seriously pooped.
Yeah.
This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please!
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
I almost hit enter instead of so the button that actually turned my microphone on. You all finished eating the dishes that you ordered.
Ugh, now that our tummies are full.
You know, I'm gonna say, probably canonically, you just like ordered the rainy day beef bowl special even though it's not rainy day. You're just like, what? Dude, it's not even rainy, and he just like downs the entire thing just sitting there. It's like, oh, so what's up, guys?
Let's share what we learned.
You spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first 2 incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Just sitting here won't help you think any better. So you decide to go outside to get some fresh air. I mean, as fresh as you can with the fog, you know? Oh hey, it's snowing.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must be already in your hands.
What's the matter?
You should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely they also knew that Namitame was what they were doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Other oddities about this case, another oddity, is that there's almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anything suspicious. No one unusual. Despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation, there must be someone in this small town who fits all these facts. The person who seems most likely to be the culprit is... So, I could say what is really interesting. Now, all of these are organized by, you know, order of like, oh, it's our party members. No, it's clearly going to be someone other than our party members. So then you have these list of named characters that you've been interacting with, you know? Okay, back to the top of the list. It's a lot of names, but we're not going to need to go over all of them, because we just need to think about one thing. Who in this town is not native to this town? Because one of the things that they had been talking about during this whole thing is the subtle idea that someone who is whoever it is, when they look at them, does not look suspicious. So it must be someone who would, when they are around, not rouse any sort of weirdness about, like, them being in town. Normally, you would just think, like, think about, like, all of the characters and go, like, well, by the way, all of your teachers are here too. So it's like, could it be any of your social links? No, not really. Like none of them really stand out to you. And then someone does, and the only person that you would have known is actually because of something that is brought up in Golden. There's one character out of this entire list who is outside of town, just like you are. Everyone on this list, including Namatame, grew up or have relatives in this town. The only reason why Yu Narukame is in this town is because he is basically put here by his parents to be with his mother's younger brother. But there's one character that doesn't fit this. A person who was transferred here a while ago. And they were transferred to a point where they were here before we got here. And so it doesn't feel like that they would be out of place because they've been here a while. But when you look through the names, one of them stands out. And that's Adachi. So I've brought up to other people several times that giving Adachi a social link is the worst thing that you could have done, because it immediately makes you suspicious. Because here's the thing. Technically, Namatame's social link, quote-unquote, ends with Fool. Basically, the second you're done with Fool, he's basically out. And the real social link for the group is Judgement. And when you think about it that way, technically Namatame is that Fool. He goes to a place to get away from it all because he wants to start anew. It actually makes a lot of sense for him. Adachi is a social link that doesn't exist on the regular tarot cards. They had to basically dig around and find a new one. Yes, you have Marie, who is a member of the Velvet Room that isn't one, but to give Adachi a brand new social link makes it immediately suspicious, especially since his is a reflection of Fool. And I've always hated that because it reveals it too early. But yeah, effectively the only person on this list is Adachi. And the only reason we know this is because he's already been suspicious because we have a social link with him. If you only look at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Oh yeah, I could have been clicking through names. Adachi may have been able to keep your eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease. He knows the area well. Think about it, you encountered him many times while investigating this case. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There's no exact reason to doubt him, but something is just bothering you about it. However, should you tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit? And this is where the social link gets interesting, because everything leading up to this, I didn't exactly like. This is where it gets more interesting, because we could have picked any other name on this list, and we could have, like, pushed it forward, and it's like, no, no, it can't be. And then it's basically we'd get another version of the bad ending. It, it doesn't change anything from the second one or the first one, to be completely honest with you. So let's talk about the Accomplice ending, because this is my favorite aspect of Golden. Because you could just go, from your relationship so far with Adachi, you don't want to think of him as the culprit, but there is more than enough possibility. You can't say for sure that he isn't. Are you sure you don't want to tell your friends? You can't think of anyone else but Adachi who could have been the culprit, but you don't want to hand him over as the culprit. You decide to keep it within your heart without telling your friends.
It looks like our only option is to stay patient and continue our investigation. But regardless, the fact remains that Namatame has committed his crimes, and he has already been arrested.
So, no matter what we do, the case might be over now?
Though the truth will be forever lost in darkness.
Well, for us, it's more like it's lost in the fog.
Shortly after, you found a letter that Teddy left behind.
I'm going back to my own world.
Oh, it's this thing again.
It's time well.
Notice that he only sends that letter when you fully give up. And that's the really cool part. Because it's like, well, you guys given up on your heart, and this is the timeline, so Teddy sending you the letter tells you that you've messed up. Everyone avoided talking about the case and waited for the severe winter to end, and so time passed. Tomorrow's the day that you go home. Is it really the right thing to not tell your friends about Adachi? This is probably the last day you could see Adachi. Yeah, let's go see him. Decided to go see Adachi.
Sorry, were you waiting long?
What's up? You got the sniffles?
Man, things have been so busy. I've been putting in a crazy amount of overtime. Well, anyway, what's with the sudden visit? Can I help you with something?
So, you did it, right?
Do what? Me? Kill Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi? What's this about? Are you serious? Oh, come on. Even if you're kidding, this is a pretty bad joke. Did you forget? You're the ones who brought Namatame in. Oh, I get it. You're still playing detective. Okay. Say I am the culprit. What did you come here to do? Convince me to turn myself in? So, what? Are you trying to blackmail me? Well, listen up. Unlike you, we police aren't made of time. We still haven't even cleaned up Namatame's mess. Besides, you don't have any proof that I did it. Well, are you gonna keep playing detective?
Let's just say I'm on your side on this one.
You're on my side? Are you trying to be the hero or something? No, wait. You're saying you're on the killer's side. In front of a police officer. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, totally.
I see. Wait here a sec. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
It's the threatening letter that got sent to your house. I accidentally forgot to forward it over to forensics. I'm sure it was just a prank, but maybe it was connected to the murders. Who knows? This might be the piece of evidence that could turn this whole case upside down. The real killer wouldn't want the police to have this. But you're with me, right? So if I'm the real killer, and you're with me, then that makes you my partner in crime. Isn't that right?
It's a lighter.
If I send this to forensics, they might pull some evidence off it. Maybe a clue to capturing the real killer. You, your friends, and Dojima-san have all been busting your asses for a whole year to solve this case. It's a damn shame that no one's caught the real killer yet. Well?
Adachi is staring at you. If you burn the letter, you'll destroy the one piece of proof that exists. It would be a betrayal of everything that happened over the last year. Will you burn the letter? A burning smell permeates the room.
You actually did it! Do you understand what you just did? You destroyed evidence. That's a crime, you know? Now, this little incident is covered up forever. All because of you. And it's the police's duty to keep tabs on those who've committed crimes.
You can hear his happy voice from your cell phone.
If you get calls from this number, you better pick up. There's no use changing your number. Don't underestimate the Japanese police. It's easy to track you down.
You have obtained Adachi's number. Adachi is now laughing, kind of annoyingly. Your decision was monstrous, but there can be no turning back now. Feel a strong bond between you and Adachi. Here. Okay. I bestow upon you the ability to create Magatsu Izanagi. You have mastered Toradachi's social link. Your power to create personas of the Jester Arcana has reached its maximum. Forged a bond that cannot be broken. Mastering the Jester social link, you can now fuse this persona to the Tempter of the Void.
You want to find the truth without being swayed by the voices of society. But the truth is a sinister thing. It seems like something absolute, yet it exists in everyone's hearts. For you, this was the truth. Well, I'm going back, so be careful on your way home. The fog is getting thicker and thicker after all. Goodbye, partner.
Well, there's no turning back now. The fog is thick outside. You have to go home early.
report on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook Inaba last year. Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed irrelevant. However, he continues to flatly deny his involvement in the first two murders. With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. So if you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. You ready to go? Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And there's no doubt he's the one who put Nanako through all this. But the more I interrogate him, the more I start to question myself. Did Namatame really murder two people?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see what comes out in our investigation. In any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately. Here's hoping Inaba goes back to its usual quiet self and stays that way. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come on.
Notice they didn't say thanks. This is a whole new ending sequence right there. But if this isn't different, I'm gonna just skip it. Okay, save clear data. Unlike the last times that we've been doing it, I will save this clear data. If you load from the data, you will save here. You can start the game over, carrying over certain attributes from your clear data. Now, I've been saving this spot at the very beginning of the game, specifically for this save data. Reserve. Okay. So, what we have here is a place in which Judgement was not fulfilled, but Jester was. And we could come back to this at any time in case Magatsu Izanagi, which, light spoilers, is Adachi's persona, which is literally just regular Izanagi, but is just red and black in the aesthetic of the shadows from the Midnight Channel. So, we saved there. We're gonna load our actual save, which I'm gonna have to go through talking with that one because I forgot to save before that. Of course, you look at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. I mean, Adachi has been able to keep your eyes on your actions, all that type of stuff. However, you remember your connections to him. Did you tell him? You spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi.
Yeah.
A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak to...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Ms. Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Ms. Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon, but I thought, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Various particularities have been cast. Ugh. Let me re-say that. Various particularities have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi. Man, I'm just like really bad at speaking right now.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
Okay. We need to confirm this, at least.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation.
Oh. That might be a problem.
We must head there at once.
Things are certainly moving quickly now. You feel like you're getting closer to the truth.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering. You seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first 2 murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi. Let's ask him about when Yamano vanished, because, you know, interrogating Saki, you know, he could kind of like brush it off, but what is his actual connection with Yamano?
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
Okay, then let's ask him about the interrogation.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
There's still something that you need to question him about.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first 2 murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous! We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in!
What did you just say?
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow. Then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days, yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy!
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Namatame's hospital room, so we could reuse this set piece. Adachi isn't here either.
What the? I swear he ran this way!
Damn it! Where the hell'd he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry.
You know,
You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
I kind of wish that was a Sayako from, you know, the Devil Social Link, but
He
I guess.
hasn't left this ward
well.
yet? I don't think he would, but could he have?
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Okay, just saying right now, if Teddy was in fact here, I would have said, okay, Teddy, since you're the other person who could sense things, we're gonna put you in through this TV. We're gonna go in through the regular TV entrance, and we're gonna try to meet up where you dropped in at. And I would personally feel like that would probably be what I would suggest at this point, but you know, Teddy's not here for some reason.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Well, let's go in then.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
You are now extremely suspicious of Detective Adachi. Oh no, the extremely suspicious Detective Adachi. You have taken another step towards the truth. Hooray. Okay, so you split up for today, and you all went back home. Whew, okay. So, with all that done, I guess we'll just call it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out my live streams. I was unable to stream on Saturday because I was too busy recording these episodes and doing other things. But I'm gonna try to stream on the weekends. There's a link to it down below, and while you're down there, you can leave a like and comment. Tell me how you feel about the story so far, because I feel like Adachi being the killer, the first time I found that out, I'm like, oh, of course. But like, it was actually a really cool reveal to me. But like, a lot of other things like come into place. Like, why would Namatame's door be unlocked if he was being guarded? You know, stuff like that, where it's like, Adachi could have just left the door open for us. Adachi could have put him into the room with the large TV. Like, all of these things, like, pointed to Adachi being the killer, but it's signposted in such a way that you wouldn't notice it unless you were actively trying to suspect him from the very beginning. And it's really neat. And like I said, I feel like giving him a social link kind of makes it way too obvious that he's got a lot to hide, especially since most of you leveling with Adachi there is basically you saying, nah, you're right, screw this town. And I was like, and it just feels kind of weird and off-putting when I did it, at least. And that's why I don't really like that. And it's one of the reasons why, if I were to do this again, I would, like, this whole project, I would have a lot of problems doing Persona 5 Royal Edition. Persona 5 Royal, because I kind of have a problem with the new villain that they added in that game as well. But I just love Adachi as a villain in this, and you saw a little bit of it when he went, you know, kind of manic during the bad ending. But yeah, let's head to bed now. Oh, I forgot to read that last part. So much happened today. You're very tired. This is an hour-long recording session for one episode, and I need to record 5. You should rest early today to get ready to pursue the true culprit starting tomorrow.